He's going to start out by running down a worm. That's a big corkscrew, and as he spins that around, he's trying to grab any debris that may be left in the cannon barrel from our last shot. If that's burning debris, we want to get it out of there before the gunpowder goes in. We don't want anything left down in the cannon that might set that gunpowder off prematurely. Now to further prevent that from happening, he's going to be running down a wet swab. You see him dipping it in a bucket of water. Now that's one way to extinguish sparks. Fire and water don't mix. But you may also be able to hear there's a lot of air moving around as he pushes that swab down the barrel. He's actually creating a vacuum inside, so there should be no oxygen left inside the barrel to allow those sparks to continue to burn. So at this point, the cannon should be clean and safe to load. So he's going to be inserting our powder charge, which this afternoon is about 3 ounces of gunpowder. And that is a very small charge. In the 1880s, for their blank salutes, they probably fired about 10 ounces. Excuse me. And to actually fire that 6-pound ball, this cannon required 20 ounces of powder. So quite a bit more. Now he's going to run that down the barrel with a curved safety rammer, which you'll notice allows him to stand off to the side. This is a modern safety feature that was not used in the 1880s. Then they would have used a straight ramrod, but that straight rammer would force those men to stand quite a bit closer to the muzzle, and that's not exactly the safest thing, so we like to be off the side just in case. Now Joseph is going to begin priming the cannon by running a brass spike down the touch hole that I covered up with my thumb. That's going to expose the gunpowder in our powder charge to a friction primer, which is a small brass tube full of gunpowder. It has a friction-sensitive chemical on one end with a pin stuck into it. And when you pull out that pin, it generates a spark. That ignites the gunpowder in the tube, which burns down onto the big charge. That explodes, and that gives us the noise and the smoke for our salute. So he's inserted the friction primer. He's hooked up the lanyard to give him enough leverage to pull out that pin. So we are now ready to fire, so now might be the time to cover your ears. This will be just a little bit loud. Fingertips do work very well. Everyone's ears are covered. There are only 2 commands. They are ready. Fire. Wow. Great. And there you have a cannon salute to welcome you here to the fort this afternoon. Now, if anyone is interested, Brett is waiting down on the corner of the parade ground. He's going to be leading a short